Hello there, Gooners and Pooners. It is I, Discount Timu PPP. Now, it's me, Kaiser Hertzen, the internet's favorite manchild, Lord of the Basement Dwellers. So let's get right into the horse shit, which is DSP wanted to pre-order 2 Nintendo Switch 2's. So from his opinion of events, some dirty detractor beam got into his account, canceled both orders, and changed the password, and pre-ordered a whole bunch of shit. And he had to change his passwords, and his fucking account was his banking account was compromised. So this is the thing grifters will often do, because there always needs to be a traumatic event. There always needs to be something that really rattles and rustles Jimmy's and rattles the Wookiee cage. And so what essentially happened was DSP ordered 2 Nintendo Switch 2's, which every other website keeps one order per household or one order per like family, right? To discourage scalpers and these penny pinching fucks from buying more than one console and reselling it at a markup because of scarcity of the fucking console. So that's why one order was canceled. But in all reality, what really happened is the dumbass DSP decided to have an angle on one of his cameras to where you could see the monitor, right? You could see the order number, you could see where it's being shipped to. So DSP quite literally doxed himself. He doxed the fucking order. And this guy expected the detractors not to fuck with him. This is a guy, again, who's been around for 17 years of creating content, right? Wouldn't he instinctively know, maybe I shouldn't do this? But anyways, some detractor said he'd gift him like 100 subs or something if he did this. The fucking idiot did it. And of course, someone socially engineered the account and had the order, the first order cancel. So which led to him not getting any order of the Nintendo Switch 2. He's going to be missing out on the hot opening day Nintendo Switch. So we have some clips to react to, and let us do that. So here we go. Buckle in, get some snacks, and take it away, Big Roach Man.
Walmart was in the cart. Not only one, but the two different versions, the base Switch 2 and the Switch 2 bundle. So I'm thinking, wow, I can maybe have one for personal use here for the business, and one, maybe I can give it to my wife, maybe I can give it away to a fan.
So when he says give it away to a fan, this is some kind of dirty Shylock trick where you're saying, oh, I bought one to give out to one of you, the fans. Oh, one of these was going to be yours, right? To add and to spin up the nothing burger that this is. But no, he wasn't going to ship shit, and we'll get to a few clips after this one on why this is a lie.
It's a backup. But Walmart Walmart was in the cart. Not only one, but the two different versions, the base Switch 2 and the Switch 2 bundle. So I'm thinking, wow. I can maybe have one for personal use here for the business, and one, maybe I can give it to my wife, maybe I can give it away to a fan. It's a backup.
All right, let's keep rolling
Walmart,
with these clips here. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh my god, shut up, Phil. We've already seen this clip. You son of a bitch.
Let's see here. Big Boss did a $4.99 super chat, so that will be our biggest one. Let's get that on the leaderboard. Excuse me.
You gotta love his the noises this guy makes.
Okay, and Big Boss now says, instead of storing vests and hats, every $1,000 made during a marathon, randomly give away a signed vest and hat. It would be cool. I keep telling you guys this, but people don't listen. There's no viable way to mail this shit all around the world. Don't you know that? Like, I've explained this before, like...
Don't you know that?
when I first started doing
Or if you are going to do shipping, say, sorry to the fans outside the United States, I can't ship this outside the United States. But to those of you fans in the United States, guess what? You can win this shitty t-shirt or vest, right? It wouldn't be that hard. But Phil is such a lazy, cheap fuck and won't reward his fans. That's why this excuse we're getting.
my seasonal giveaways, which I used to do in the fourth quarter of every year. I called it the Hardcore Gaming Season Giveaway. I would give away games, collectibles, autographed merch, and other various things. One time I even gave away a PlayStation 4 at its launch, okay? But I used to do this regularly, every fourth quarter of the year, like clockwork.
But since you picked up this gotcha game addiction where you're spending 10 grand or more on fucking Hogan pulls, then I guess you don't have enough money to do giveaways because you got some kind of weird addiction to a gotcha game, a gotcha mobile app wrestling game. I mean, we all got our crooks, but yikes.
And well, here's what ended up happening is I realized I don't just have a domestic viewer base. The people who watch me aren't just in the United States. You got
That's why you limit it to Canada and the United States so you don't have to ship shit thousands of miles outside a country and have to pay fucking import taxes or fees or whatever the fuck, dude. Yeah, it may not be unfair, but it's sometimes life sucks. That's
you guys are in Canada. You guys are in the UK. You guys are in various parts of Europe spread out, but you're also in Asia.
Used to. I don't know when this clip was, but probably not so much anymore, Phil.
Right? I even have some viewers in like South America. Okay? And what would happen is people would enter these contests.
Bitch, I'm no fan of yours. Don't send me shit. I'd rather eat a torta.
To win stuff, and they would, and then I would go to mail it, and it would be like, first of all, almost impossible to mail it properly because trying to mail stuff internationally is very different than mailing it domestically. You don't know how to put the address on the package. It's very complicated. But in addition, I'll give you a perfect example here. Sometimes I'd be mailing, say, a game. Now the game's worth $20. So I sign the box. Here we go. I go to mail it, and they'd be like, "Oh, you're mailing that to, Brazil? Okay, that's $70. What? Yeah, it's $70. And
Yeah, dipshit, because it has to go on a plane or a fucking boat to be shipped to the fucking Amazons. Has this man not...
by the way, this was over a decade ago. So you can imagine shipping costs probably have exponentially increased in the last decade.
Oh shit. All right, let's... Oh my god, let's get to the third clip, huh?
So sadly, the idea of physical giveaways isn't as easy as you think, okay?
No shit, everyone knows this, Phil. Who the fuck are you talking to? If you're talking to your dents, I could get it, because dents are, well, they're dented, so they don't understand how shit works, but...
The people who typically do physical giveaways are people who are very big and have people they can hire to do it for them, and they can, take care
The only thing I'm hearing is fucking excuses.
of all that stressful nonsense of the logistics and paying for it and making sure that it tracks and gets there. I can't do that. It's just too annoying, too expensive, all right?
No, you're just lazy to do it. And because there's international fans of yours, you're using that as an excuse to not ship out or do any fucking giveaways, period. One, because you're cheap. Two, you've got some kind of addiction to, like, some fucking super gay wrestling gotcha game. But more importantly, you're too cheap and you don't really give a shit about your fans.
That's one of the major reasons why I completely stopped doing actual giveaways. At one point, I was selling Project 7 t-shirts. Again, this was over a decade ago. I was selling the shirt for a $20 patron pledge, and then I would mail it, and it would cost me $40 to get it to you. So I lost.
Again, that's why you put a little, notice on the bottom or of that post in Patreon where it says can only ship within the continental United States or to Alaska or Hawaii, or you say shipping to only continental states excluding Alaska and Hawaii. But then again, a grifter always has to make things sound 10 to 100 times worse.
Lost $20 on the deal.
Well, you're fucking shitty businessman, and you probably should have thought up a better way to ship t-shirts and have them pay for it other than Patreon, but that's just me.
I was losing money doing it. So
You're losing money now, Phil.
basically, I stopped doing physical stuff a long time ago for good reason. All right. I have
So, which gets to the crux of our point that when he said, "Oh, it was gonna be a giveaway for you guys,"
no plans on doing any physical mailings or giveaways. It's just not worth it.
not worth it. So, in his own words, I don't know when the stream's from, but again, it's fine to catch Phil in his own bullshit.
Okay. My content is right here. This is it. If you want me to do something digitally, make you some content, that's one thing. You want to see me do something on stream, do a taste test, do a special marathon, play a game, that's the content I make. I don't do physical giveaways for a reason. There's also a reason with merch. That's why I have a third-party company that makes my merch and ships it to you, because I don't have the time and logistics to handle it like they do. Get it?
Get it? Who the fuck talks like that? When he does that, there's something about that inherently fucking just gets under my skin. Get it? Get it? Because you're fucking stupid. Get it? It's like, dude, just explain your shit. You could even be like, oh, this fucking guy. You can see why Phil gets detractors so easily, because he has this unfortunate personality that and these idiosyncrasies and in these little things he does that just fucking, it's like sticks in the craw. But that's the DarkSydePhil update about the Nintendo Switch 2. Another opinion about this is I don't know if Nintendo still does this because I've been out of the loop, but eons ago, Nintendo wouldn't allow people to monetize their channel on YouTube unless they signed up for like some kind of Nintendo partner bullshit. And then they would take 30% on top of YouTube's 30%. Or YouTube would take their 30% and Nintendo would take 30% out of your monetized stuff. So Phil, if that's still a thing, I don't know. There's no way Phil's going to do any fucking Nintendo content. So to the Nintendo dents out there, you ain't getting shit as far as Nintendo content or Nintendo 2 Switch like gameplay. If that's still in place, because Phil loves mammon and he loves making money. That's the only thing he really cares about. And you guys are going to be short out of like any real Nintendo content. But the thing that gets me about this is DSP is not even a Nintendo fan. So why even expend the $500 to $1,000 to get 2 Nintendo Switches for a console you don't even like? But then again, this Phil calls everyone else idiots and stupid. But if it was me personally, like, fuck Nintendo. Nintendo hasn't been great since Nintendo 64 and then Nintendo Wii U, in my opinion. So I wouldn't buy a Nintendo Switch even if it was in covering like gaming shit. If it's something I don't like, then I'm not going to cover it. But then again, to wrap this shitty video up, DSP kind of hates gaming. He hates his life, and that's why he treats people like shit. That's why he treats his fans like shit, and that's why I think deep down he utterly hates what he fucking does. Because once you take something that's cherished and something that's a hobby that you adore, and you turn it into a job, then it's like, ew, right? It's like the same equivalency of, case in point, eons ago, I used to work at a pizza slut. And I used to love eating there until I worked there. Then I saw how the pizza was made. The dough was like frozen overnight, and it would like rise in a fucking freezer or a fridge. And then I saw like the ingredients was cheap as shit. I saw like, the behind the scenes and dealing with pizzas and smelling that marinara sauce. I was like, oh fuck, Pizza Hut. So the same thing, the same equivalency. Phil has turned his favorite hobby, gaming, into a career. He hates it, and it really shows sometimes when he's doing his videos and his streams. But that I'll wrap this video up here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. Leave a comment. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out some shitty links in the description. And thanks for watching. See you next time. Take it easy. Stay safe. Stay happy. Stay healthy. And watch out there, because shit's getting crazy. Politically, we're on the verge of World War fucking 3. We got India and fucking Pakistan. We have the Jeet wars popping off. And all kinds of shit. Anyways, see you next time. I don't know how to end this shit. Fuck you.